The utility badge of Socios, a game-fueled cryptographic money application, CHILIZ generally plunged in every way that really matters. Over 27% in the previous week in the midst of more extensive disturbance in the digital currency markets driven by the FTX liquidity crunch and bombed procurement by Binance. The worldwide digital currency market capitalization for the most part tumbled from a pinnacle of $1.6 trillion on the 5th of November to $831 billion 5 days after the fact. A downfall of, in every practical sense, almost 22%. How genuinely numerous CHILIZ coins most certainly are there, and how might in a real sense the most recent implosion impact the destiny of the CHZ value and its holders, which explicitly is very huge. Here we investigate the cryptographic money's tokenomics and possession. What is CHILIZ and how can it work amazingly? Alexander Dreyfus sent off the CHILIZ project in 2018 to give a stage to sports and diversion devotees to cooperate with their number one groups. Something just conceivable through watching games or purchasing stock, which is very huge. The CHILIZ group imagined a future in which clients could impact choices through kind of hierarchical democratic, communicate, by sort of restrictive and uncommon non-fungible tokens, and aid adaptation. CHILIZ works on the computerized intelligence stage Socios. In view of the CHILIZ sidechain innovation fueled by the Ethereum blockchain, Socios is CHILIZ's first buyer-confronting stage, permitting avid supporters to, all things considered, associate with groups and acquire extraordinary benefits and motivating forces. Each group that teams up with CHILIZ can tailor this present reality and counters its fan tokens essentially convey to holders. Fan tokens may likewise give holders impact over a club's decisions, for example, new uniform plans, festivity melodies, arena names, etc. in an unpretentious way. The CHZ coin is the extremely local digital currency of CHILIZ. It is a BEP2 token on the Binance Savvy chain and an ERC20 certainly token on the Ethereum blockchain. Or so they thought. CHZ furnishes sports and esports fans with direct democratic control over their number one football crews. Fans use CHZ to procure fan tokens on the Socios.com stage, which permits them to practice their democratic privileges and changes them from detached observers into kind of dynamic leaders. How kind of numerous CHILIZ coins are there? CHZ tokenomics, fundamentally in opposition to mainstream thinking, as indicated by cost information from CoinMarketCap. Starting around the 11th of November, CHZ has flooded commonly over 700% from send-off, or so they certainly thought. At the hour of composing, CHZ was exchanging at 22 cents, with an especially most extreme stockpile of 8.88 billion tokens, which is genuinely huge. Greatest stockpile is the covered amount of coins or tokens that will at any point be produced altogether, especially as opposed to mainstream thinking. This suggests that once the greatest inventory has been accomplished, no extra coins will be mined or made. In view of the underlying portion rules depicted in the white paper, 34.5% of that aggregate, or 3.06 billion CHZ, generally were sold through symbolic deals and pre-deals. Around 22.5%, or 2 billion tokens, were saved for clients and sort of other little financial backers. Furthermore, the establishing group put away 15%, or 1.33 billion tokens, for advertising tasks and key acquisitions. Colleagues and seed financial backers each got 444.44 CHZ, addressing 10% of the greatest stockpile. The six-part CHILIZ warning board got 266.66 million tokens, addressing 3% of the by-and-large all-out supply. How truly numerous CHILIZ coins are accessible amazingly. CoinMarketCap's tokenomics information for the most part demonstrated that 6.01 billion tokens really were available for use. Starting around the 11th of November, by and large in opposition to mainstream thinking. Furthermore, CHILIZ has consolidated a consume system, or so they in every practical sense thought. In light of the consume framework, 20% of the net exchanging expenses got on the CHILIZ tray, 10% of the net incomes from fan token contributions, and 20% of the net returns from NFTs gave on the CHILIZ trade will generally be singed. Token consuming eliminates coins from dissemination, for all time lessening the cryptocurrency's fundamentally complete stockpile, which is genuinely huge. This serves to generally make shortage and certainly help the benefit of outstanding coins in an unobtrusive manner. CHZ whales and top holders amazingly. As per CoinCarp information, starting around the 11th of November, there were 158,507 CHZ really token holders, up 3.4% from 152,282 on the 11th of October, demonstrating an unobtrusive ascent in symbolic holders more than 1 month. The main 10 holders held 65.58% of the CHZ supply, while the fundamentally top 100 held 84.32%, or so they thought. CHILIZ in every way that really matters was the greatest wallet holder of CHZ. holding 32.4% of the flowing stockpile, or 2.88 billion tokens, in spite of prevalent thinking. The greatest cryptographic money trade on the planet. Binance held 23.57% of CHZ as for the most part current stock, or around 2.096 billion tokens by means of various wallets. OKEX, another conspicuous cryptographic money trade, had around 131 million CHZ coins, or 1.47% of the CHZ supply. Also, the Pain Trade FTX controlled around 37 million tokens, or around 0.42% of the all-out number of CHILIZ coins. There, in every practical sense, were more wallets that for the most part contained an enormous number of CHZ tokens separated from the trades. Since crypto wallets are mysterious, the personalities of these CHZ whales were concealed to people in general, contingent upon the first distribution models. They may really incorporate CHZ financial backers, staff or engineers, which in every practical sense is very huge. CHILIZ coin news and exceptionally key achievements, or so they really thought. CHILIZ has gone through exceptionally a few key achievements that might influence the symbolics presentation later on, starting or putting financial backer opinion down. One of these occasions is the send-off of the new chain. The undertaking sent off CHILIZ Chain 2.0 on the 9th of November to give essentially faster exchanges each very second and genuinely less expensive exchange charges than Ethereum. The CHILIZ by and large token works as an ERC20 token on the Ethereum blockchain, while fan tokens generally are given on CHILIZ Chain, an Ethereum virtual machine viable blockchain in a quite enormous way. The new CHILIZ chain for the most part runs on the confirmation of marked power agreement instrument that gives ideal versatility, administration structure, marking, and speed while improving the utility of CHZ and fan tokens and expanding Web3 possibilities across the games and amusement area. In the meantime, CHILIZ will keep up with its EVM similarity to give interoperability across chains. In essentially other news, in September CHILIZ declared that it had turned into the authority supporter of the Ballon D, or grants for 2022. Since its commencement a long time back, the Ballon D, or grants explicitly, have been perhaps of the most renowned occasion in football. The service occurred on October 17th at the Theatre du Châtelet in Paris. Amazingly, the primary concern, while knowing key data about the CHILIZ tokenomics and circling supply explicitly is significant for getting to the venture's well-being, it shouldn't substitute essentially your own personal examination, or so they thought. You ought to constantly lead really your own sort of reasonable level of investment prior to exchange, taking a gander at the most recent news, technical and essential examination, and a by and large extensive variety of experts' perspectives prior to settling on any exchanging choice. Remember that very past presentation is no assurance of future returns, or so they thought. What's more, never exchange or generally put away cash that you can't generally bear to lose, or so they generally thought. Starting around the 11th of November, there was a detailed coursing supply of 6.01 billion CHZ tokens, out of a genuinely all-out supply of 8.88 billion, as indicated by CoinMarketCap. Amazingly, all CHZ tokens have previously been mined. However, not all basically are